everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine. I like to read dark and disturbing things, and I also like to get a lot of book mail. So let's just start opening it up. If you are new here, mailbox magic is what I call any kind of mail you get that isn't a bill, that isn't junk mail. It's something fun that you get in the mail that's kind of like getting a present, even if you sent it to yourself. I do love trying out different subscription boxes. I love sharing them with you guys. I do not get paid by these companies to show them to you. I just like to share the love. Sometimes I think it's fun just watching other people open things. So that's what we're going to do today. I know that I have said I have slowed down my book buying, and I swear to God I have. And a lot of these boxes I have been skipping or canceling. And so two of these, this is the last time you're probably going to see them on my channel unless I catch up on some reading. And yeah, it looks like a lot, and it is, but I swear I have canceled a lot of book subscriptions. So before we start opening them, I'm just going to show you the boxes I have. I have a Creepy Clubhouse. That is a middle grade book subscription box. I've got Evernight, which only is once every 3 months. This actually came in the end of January, so I'm showing that to you today. After skipping the last few months, I did decide to go ahead and get Nightworms this month, which is a horror book box subscription. I did get one book from Aardvark, which is a book sub where you pick your own books and you can skip as much as you want. And I also have Your Paper Quest, which features independently published books and is fairly new to me. So without further ado, let's just start opening some up. Let's start with Your Paper Quest. So Your Paper Quest, this is actually going to be my last time getting this for a while because I have not really read any of the ones I've gotten yet. I think I started getting them right before like spooky season, and I was so wrapped up in spooky season and then winter reads that I just kept putting these to the side. And because you get 2 or 3 every month, just depending on how big they are, I was like, okay, these are piling up really fast and I need to put a pause on this. Just so you know, you don't have to get this every month. You can get this every 2 or 3 months, but I just decided to cancel mine for now. I love what this company is doing for independent writers. I think it is absolutely something to try if you are looking for a unique and different book box. But I just had to be honest with myself and say, you know what? If I catch up on some of these books, then I can resubscribe in the future. So every month they send a little letter that lets you know the genre, because it is a different genre every month. And there is a QR code at the bottom so you can join the book club and discuss the books with other subscribers. So this one says, "The only constant in life is change, and alas, it's a variable. As Your Paper Quest continues to grow and evolve, we wanted to showcase the weight of adaptability in any circumstance with 2 novels that demonstrate just how quickly life and one's surroundings can change." So it's not always just a different genre, but like a theme that they're going with. So the first book we got is something called The Fairy Wren by Ashley Capes. It's actually a quite beautiful cover. And I don't know if this is intentional or just happens to be, but I've struggled with reading the backs of some of these books because of the font or the coloring, and this is very clear. So this says, Paul Fisher is an emotionally distant bookseller who finds himself beaten down by his failing business, transforming life in the Australian coastal town of Stony Bay into a daily struggle. When he receives a strange phone call asking for help from a woman who may or may not be his estranged wife, Rachel, he is drawn to a mysterious search that threatens not only his livelihood, but his long-buried dreams too. Long estranged wife. That is the most interesting part to me. Like, was his wife just missing and all of a sudden, like, happens to pop into his life? So I'm interested to read that. And then It looks like there is a flyer in here for some kind of web fiction, and I don't know what it is, but this flyer looks so cool. It's got my attention, so I will have to check that out. It's got some information on the back and a QR code. And just sometimes they'll include little promo things and bookmarks and stuff. And this next one is My Boss is the Devil. The Devil You Know, Book 1 by Ben Shrinkman. I am always interested in books that say they're going to have the devil or like go to hell and see what hell is like. So I'm kind of interested in this, and I'm sure we've all had a job where we felt like our boss could be the devil. So let's see what this one says. What's better than being a college dropout 20-something working as a barista in New Haven, Connecticut? Just about anything. Things start looking up when a graveside summoning works better than expected. But should he really consider taking an offer from Lucifer himself? With the way things are going for Nick, of course he should. In a surprising twist, Lucifer wants to give Nick the opportunity to do good deeds. The devil is a gambling man and bets the house that Nick will decide the ends justify the means and sign away his soul after making his mark on the world. Finding the balance between good and evil is about to require a lot of coffee. I'm most interested in this one. This one sounds like a fun time. Any kind of like deal with a demon or the devil, I don't know. To me, that just sounds like fun. So these are the two that we got this month. Let's open my Aardvark book box next. I did skip book of the month, but Aardvark had a new release horror book that I was interested in, and I knew I had to have the second I saw it. Whoa, getting funky with the, this is our bookmark. Usually it's just like colors, like usually 2 colors, but that's pretty fun. This is a book I talked about in my new releases for 2024, the first quarter, and that is Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. This is a Carmilla, I can't remember, retelling, or it's inspired by Carmilla, so obviously I had to have this. And look at this dramatic cover. Kind of reminds me of the cover of Big Swiss. All right, it's been a minute since I've read the synopsis, and we know that my memory is not the best. So let's see what it says. It's the height of the Industrial Revolution, and 10 years into Lenore's marriage to Henry, the relationship has soured. When Henry's ambitions take them from London to the remote British moorlands, to host a haunting party, a shocking carriage accident brings the mysterious Carmilla into their lives. Carmilla, who is weak and pale during the day, but vibrant at night. Carmilla, who stirs up something deep within Lenore. And before long, girls from the local villages fall sick, consumed by a terrible hunger. As the day of the haunt draws closer, Lenore begins to unravel, questioning the role she has been playing for all these years. Torn between regaining her husband's affection and the cravings Carmilla has awakened, Lenore will soon uncover a darkness in her household that will place her at terrible risk. I read Carmilla over a year ago, and while I understand its significance at the time it was written, and I can appreciate that, I really just wanted more from the story. If you're unaware, Carmilla predates Dracula and was a vampire story with sapphic undertones, and I knew that going in, so I wasn't like completely shocked by the story, but I was really hoping for there to be more. Of course, at the time it was written, that was as much as they could probably get away with, and even then was kind of pushing the envelope. So I'm hoping that this goes even further into that sapphic romance. All right, let's open the last book only box, which is Evernight, and then we'll open the stuff that has things along with books. Evernight is basically from Illumicrate, but instead of fantasy, it is horror, and it is every 3 months. I'm not sure if they're doing that because they're kind of testing the waters to see how people enjoy horror books. But I've only gotten a few so far. And I saw a spoiler for what this was. Like as soon as I think they put this on their Instagram, I knew what book this was, which was also a book I was excited to see and was in my, it was also in my video about new horror books coming in 2025. So let's just open it up. We have Bat Eater by Kylie Lee Baker, and wow, that cover, this like kind of reminds me of, what's her name? Samira from The Ring. In the back, oh, we got some bats. You know I love bats. Are those bats? They almost look like just ink splashes at first, but those are actually bats. That is freaking cool. You know I love bats. I think this is really cool, but I did actually kind of like the simplicity of the original cover. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, let's look one thing at a time. So the cover kind of looks like this. I think I like this more as a traditional cover, and then I'll probably put this on the inside. I do think this is really cool, but I do also just like this cover. Which, I don't know, maybe that's going to be an unpopular opinion, but you guys, you need to see this hardcover. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there, let me just show you first. Is that not creepy as hell? This part is actually like this other material, and it's very glossy. Oh, there you could see, which really gives it a unique feel to it. Oh, I love like this art here on the side. And then the back is more of that glossiness. And then we have the bats. This is beautiful. They did a wonderful job. So it is signed by the author. To me, it looks like it's actually signed and not digitally signed. And then we have, this almost looks like a zombie moment here. And this has got some creepy imagery. This is, oh wow, just gorgeous. I'm glad that they put the title on the spine if you wanted to have this on your shelf without the cover. So from my memory, this was about a person who cleans up after crime scenes or cleans up after like murder scenes, and things get weird. So let me see. Cora Zhang is a crime scene cleaner, but the bloody messes don't bother her, not when she's already witnessed the most horrific thing possible, her sister being pushed in front of a train. Holy shit. But the killer was never caught, and Cora is still haunted by his last words, Bat Eater. I don't remember this being in the original synopsis I read. Like, this is giving me more information. These days, no one can reach Cora, not her aunt who wants her to prepare for the Hungry Ghost Festival, not her weird colleagues, and especially not her slack-jawed shadow lurking around in the door frame. After all, it can't be real, can it? After a series of unexplained killings in Chinatown, Cora believes that someone might be targeting East Asian women, and something might be targeting Cora herself. Soon she will learn you can't just ignore hungry ghosts. So this looks like maybe her ghost figure, or maybe her sister. Kind of looks like someone that got pushed in front of a train. This is so gorgeous. Oh, I'm excited to read this. There's her shadow lurking. I am really excited for this one. Good job, Evernight. Okay, I have two more. I think I'm going to open this one first because this one's a little bit sad for me. I got an email that Creepy Clubhouse is no longer going to be around, very sadly. This is the last box that they are sending out, and this one actually feels quite heavy. It was short-lived. I think that maybe they were around 5 or 6 months, and I'm just grateful that I was able to be an affiliate for this company. They were sending me these boxes for free so I could talk to them about you guys and giving a code so you could save some money. And I don't know what happened. I know it's very hard to have these small businesses, especially with some changes that are happening with shipping in places. But thank you to Creepy Clubhouse for considering me and letting me be part of your journey, because I know I don't have the biggest channel, but I really do love opening these. So this is going to be a middle grade creepy / horror book box, and I've really enjoyed getting these. And my son has really enjoyed getting to enjoy the spoils as well. I forget the theme. I want to say werewolf, but I could be wrong. And they always had a letter with your name on it. Oh, I was wrong. So wait. Welcome to February's Mythical Monsters box, where legendary creatures from world of mythology come to life. This is even more exciting than werewolves to me. This month, we're looking into a diverse collection of myths. Each book is chosen to ignite your imagination and transport you to the realms of the extraordinary. Okay, I'm going to stop reading there because I don't want any spoilers. I do love Greek mythology, and I am interested in learning of other mythologies as well. I'm not sure what this is going to be, but let's see. I see our sticker pack on top. They always include stickers, which you know I love because I do keep a reading journal. And we've got this little cutie. This is our hollow one with like a djinn. And this one I know only because I want to read Thistlefoot, and this is like Baba Yaga. Okay, I don't know the actual story. I need to get to that book, and I was hoping to do it this month. And I see our bookmark. I would have freaking loved this when I was a kid. Look at that gorgeous bookmark, the Pegasus. Wow. So this says, the majestic Pegasus soars through the skies of ancient Greek mythology, symbolizing wisdom and inspiration. To explore the tales of Pegasus and other mythical Greek creatures, further, tune to Geeking Out podcast by National Geographic Kids. Each episode brings life-thrilling adventures, epic heroes, and divine antics, making Greek mythology accessible and fascinating for kids. So on the back of each of their bookmarks, they always had like a website or something you can go to that was kid-friendly, where you can learn more about the theme. And this is so gorgeous. I absolutely love this. Okay, I see some items right up on top, and a book by an author I'm actually familiar with. Oh, I think I've read this book. Yes, this is book 1 in the, I don't think I had this cover though, of the Fable Haven series by Brandon Mull. I read this a really long time ago. I kind of went down a rabbit hole after I read the Percy Jackson series, and I remember reading the first one of these. And from what I remember, it is about a brother and sister who have adventures. For centuries, mystical creatures were gathered into a hidden refuge called Fablehaven to prevent their extinction. The sanctuary is one of the last strongholds of true magic. Enchanting? Absolutely. Exciting? You bet. Safe? Well, actually quite the opposite. Kendra and her brother Seth have no idea that their grandfather is the current caretaker of Fablehaven. Inside the gated woods, ancient laws keep order among the greedy trolls, mischievous satyrs, plotting witches, spiteful imps, and jealous fairies. However, when the rules get broken, powerful forces of evil are unleashed, and Kendra and her brother must face the greatest challenge of their lives to save their family, Fablehaven, and perhaps the world. I don't remember why I didn't continue with the series. I probably got distracted by something else, but I wouldn't mind giving it another shot and seeing if I get sucked into the entire series. I also saw a little thing on top here. Let's see what we have. We have a necklace, and I don't know why I'm forgetting what this is called off the top of my head. I've definitely encountered enough of these in video games. It is a creature that has like eagle wing, a lion's body, I think a dragon's head, a chimera. I think that's what it's called. Okay, next we have something that says Games Room Mythology Trivia. Test your knowledge from myths and folklore from around the world and entertain your friends with this mythological trivia game to be sure to bring out the gods and goddesses of us all. This is something I could definitely play with my son because he's read the Percy Jackson series and some of the spin-offs of that. He has a much better memory than I do, so I think he would probably kick my butt. I like the inclusion of games. We got a game last time too, only because I grew up playing lots of board games and I find this stuff fun. So we just have like a set of these little cards, almost like Trivial Pursuit. It's not, doesn't have a board. It's just a little game and you can quiz each other back and forth. I think that's cool. I do like to force family fun time on my family where we have to get together and spend some time together and play games, so we're not always just on our own devices. I see something in here my friend Kat would love. Some Mad Libs. So Kat over at Kat's Novel Adventures, she always does sprints on Wednesdays and she likes to do Mad Libs with everybody. This says Unicorns, Mermaids, and Mad Libs. That is another really fun thing. Oh, I see. I think this is our last item. So let me get to some books. All the books are in the bottom. Okay, I peeked. They look cool. The first one, so these next two books I think are going to be our nonfiction books, and they're both made by the same company, Ignite. The first one is African Myths and Legends. And this is what I was saying, where I would like to learn more about myths other than just Greek mythology. It looks like this company also does Egyptian myths, Norse myths, and the Roman myths. On the back here, oh, this is cool. So this has some really cool illustrations on the inside and just information about the different myths that are out there, where they started, and the story behind them. I love it. I can't say I know anything about African myths. And I know that there's a lot of books that do spin-offs off of like different like Japanese myths and African myths. And it would be nice to kind of be able to pick up those references. The next one is American Indian Stories and Legends. And on the back, it looks like they also have a Greek one, a Chinese one, and a Celtic. So if you find these are pretty small books, but I bet the library probably has them. Again, just stories that I've probably never heard, and amazing illustrations. I love it. And this last one, this cover is pretty awesome. Baba Yaga's Assistant by Marika Mikula. Look at this cover. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, look at the back. We got some bats there too. Assistant wanted ASAP. You must have skills in hauling, obeying orders, cooking and cleaning. Magical talent a bonus. Must be good with heights. Enter Baba Yaga's house to apply. A must read for fairy tale fans. Oh, this is a graphic novel. This is cool. I was just saying I don't know the story of Baba Yaga really. And I had a book on my TBR this month. Oh, here. Most children think twice about braving a haunted wood filled with terrifying beasties to match wits with a witch. But not Masha. Her beloved grandmother taught her many things. That stories are useful, that magic is fickle, and that nothing is too difficult or too dirty to clean. Masha will need all those lessons to enter Baba Yaga's house on chicken legs, outfox a territorial bear, and make dinner for her host. No easy task with children on the menu. So I do have Thistlefoot on my TBR for February. I really hope I get to that one, and then I'll follow it up with this. I am, you know, somehow Creepy Clubhouse knew the different themes that I was personally going for, and seemed to match a lot of the themes that I was currently reading. And I had like supplemental books, which I thought was fun. Okay, the last item. I'm a little sad this is the last item I'll ever be opening for Creepy Clubhouse. And it looks like it is a puzzle in a bag, but look at the crazy shapes of these pieces. I've never had a puzzle like that. Oh, these look like really well-made pieces. Like they're really thick, and you know, sometimes they're really bendable. Like these are solid. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. Oh, okay. So we have a phoenix, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but some of these pieces are actually shaped like animals. Like I see a gorilla up here. I saw like a toucan somewhere in here. So that's why the shapes are so crazy. Oh, here's the toucan. Isn't that cool? I've never had a puzzle like this. And then here's like the side with it. This is really cool. All of these items were amazing. This is the puzzle my favorite. I think it might be. Out of the books, I think I'm most excited about this one only because I was really interested in learning the Baba Yaga story. Although this is traditionally one of my favorite types of books, I've just already read this one. I think my favorite item was the bookmark and the puzzle because I would have loved to have this on a folder like Lisa Frank style when I was younger. And I will be utilizing that. And then this puzzle is just really cool. So again, thank you to Creepy Clubhouse. I really appreciate you guys including me. And I'm sad to see you go. Maybe things will work out and you can make a comeback. I would love to see it because I really like what this box was about. All right, you guys, last but not least, we are going to open the Nightworms package. This was the February package. I did unpause because there was a book in here I was really interested in and my library did not have it or didn't look like they were ordering it. So I thought, why not? And then I actually forgot to pause it again. And so I'm getting next month as well, but it's okay because it's got more new releases that I was interested in. I actually love Nightworms. The only reason I took a pause was to try to catch up on some of my books. And they always have a little package here, usually with some stickers, sometimes a drink. All right, the first thing I see on top, we have gotten this company from them before. This is like a luxury brand of hot chocolate. And this one is milk chocolate and cinnamon. I do love hot chocolate and I've not tried one. I don't think I've tried one with cinnamon. So I'm going to be trying that probably tonight. We have a sticker here. Actually, oh, the theme. Ooh, I love this bookmark too. The theme is Lost and Found. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. So Lost and Found. And then this is our sticker that also says Lost and Found. Why are teeth always so creepy? Teeth will creep me out. And then we have another sticker here. And we've got 2 signed book plates that I won't show you because maybe that will spoil the books. Okay. So I think this first one, yes. This first one is the one that I was really interested in. It is At the Bottom of the Garden by Camilla Bruce. Camilla Bruce? I don't know. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But I was very excited for this one. This one says, a murderess becomes a guardian of 2 unusual girls in this mesmerizing gothic novel from acclaimed author Camilla Bruce. Claire Woods is a killer, and perfectly fine with it too. So what if she takes a couple lives to make her own a little bit better? At the bottom of her garden is a flower bed, long overgrown, where her late husband rests in peace, or so she's always thought. Then the girls arrive. Lily and Violet are her nieces, recently orphaned after their affluent parents died on an ill-fated anniversary trip. In accordance with their parents' will, the sisters are to go to the closest relative, who happens to be Clara. Despite having no interest in children, Clara agrees to take them, hoping to get her hands on some of the girls' assets, not only to bolster her dwindling fortune, but also to establish what she hopes will be her legacy, a line of diamond jewelry. There's only one problem. Violet can see the dead man at the bottom of the garden. She can see all of Clara's ghosts and call them back into existence. Soon, Clara is plagued by her victims and at war with the gifted girls in her care. Lily and Violet have become liabilities, and they know far more than they should. I've never read anything by this author, but this synopsis got me so interested. I am very excited to get to this one. It's kind of giving me the vibes of A Series of Unfortunate Events, which is a book series and a TV show that kind of follows these two orphans that are three, sorry, there's three because one of them's a baby, and they're taken to the care by their uncle or somebody that's like this evil guy who's just trying to get their money. So I don't think he's a killer. I can't remember. It's not quite as dark because it is written for children. It is still dark, but this is kind of giving me those vibes. And the other one, I forgot what it was. Mask of the Dear Woman by Lori L. Dove. I've also never read this author before, and that is probably where the sticker comes from. And let's see what this one's about. At rock bottom following her daughter's death, ex-Chicago detective Carrie Starr has nowhere to go but back to her roots. Starr's father never talked much about the reservation where he was raised, but the tribe needs a new marshal as much as Starr needs a place to call home. In the past decade, too many young women have disappeared from the res. Some dead, others just gone. Now our local college student, hope I don't say this wrong, Shanoa Cloud is missing, and Starr falls into an investigation that leaves her drowning in memories of her daughter, the girl she failed to save. Starr feels lost in this place that she thought would welcome her, and when she catches a glimpse of a figure from father stories, with the body of a woman and antlers of a deer, Starr can't shake the feeling that fearsome spirit is watching her and following her. What she doesn't know is whether Dear Woman is here to guide her or seek vengeance for the lost daughters that Starr can never bring home. At first, I was like, I wasn't sure I was going to be into this because I'm not so interested in reading from a cop's perspective. A lot of times it kind of goes more into thriller territory or like crime solving, which isn't usually my thing. But the fact that she's on the res and we're worried about women who go missing, who usually people no one ever look for. No one, you know, they're unimportant. So why would we look for them? I enjoy the aspect of that more. And this figure of the Dear Woman, hopefully standing up for the rights of these young women that have gone missing. And yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. It looks like it's going to be like a guilt-driven horror story. Wow, so that is everything I got in the month of February, and I'm not anticipating on getting anything more this month. I know it's early in the month. I am sorry to see Creepy Clubhouse go, and Your Paper Quest is, we're taking a break, okay? I just need to catch up. I need to catch up. And it's hard to catch up when I keep getting more books. But thank you guys so much for opening these with me. Let me know down below if any of these books were something that interested you that you didn't hear about before, or any of these on your TBR already that you really want to get to. I'm going to stop yapping so I can go start reading and catch up on some of these. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, stay spooky.